remedy, remedy. How long will you keep trying? I know it's not, babe, it's not easy. I guessed it down inside. I knew you could be my remedy. Be my remedy. You could be. If I gave you my heart, you could tear it apart. And if I tell you how I feel, would you be good to me? Good to me. How nice if I just could let you in. I know you could be my remedy. How long will you keep trying? I know it's not, babe, it's not easy. I guess deep down inside, I know you could be my remedy.
Yeah, talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
Back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the for my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get on my God, on my totem is nothing. In the discussion, for them feelings I throw all my pain on percussion. The disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you almost spotted the feast. I've been on go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talk about old. I'm on they now, can't get a pass now. I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now. It's trash now, I'm a spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs. You see in the skies the proof. You could just see in my eyes that there is no lies. I cannot disguise the truth. I've been duck dog, getting in my new merch, colored duck sauce on the new couch with my Chucks on. Get the on with that hate. I'm big cool on the small chat, cause I know now that I'm all that. Got a hawk guy on the ball cat, get the out of my face.
Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. A brand new day, a brand new week. We made it. It's Friday. On today's show, per usual, three humans that are worse than COVID. That's kind of my way of doing a weekend review, plus some back to school observations, plus much more. You already know how we get down: people, politics, and pleasure, and everything in between. Those are just a few of examples of the humans worse than COVID. I say three humans worse than COVID, but actually, I got like 5 or 6 examples that will allow us to jump around a bit. There's some local examples, there's some national examples, there's some cultural examples. Whatever the case may be, I want to talk with you right here, right now. It's the Nathan Ivey Show. One man, one microphone, one mission. Good morning, everybody. Hey, listen, let me be one of the first to wish you good morning. Hope your day is starting out excellent. What I hope is either one or two things. Either you out there getting it in, working on your body right now, right? Are you on the treadmill, or you're walking, or you're about to, or you're leaving your workout? Because there is nothing better. There is nothing better than lifting iron or getting that sweat in early in the morning, just as the world is starting to wake up and you're getting your day started. There is nothing better. It's one of the best feelings in the entire world, Craig. It's an excellent feeling. Or you're on your way to the bag, because that's a great feeling too. If you're on your way to the bag, hey, get to it. Get to the choppers.
Get to
And
the
if you're doing both,
chopper!
oh my God. Listen, that's the life right there. You're living your best life. Getting that body right, getting the bag right. Is there anything better outside of me, familia, your family, of course? But outside of that, is there anything better? No. Let me answer for you quickly. Hell to the nah, nah, nah. There is not. Remember, I'm gonna mix this up. I know this might be stale, these images, but I want to burn this into your brains. It's hard to be the person who never gives up. What's the moral? Never give up. It's real simple. It's real simple. Very difficult. And happiness is not something that is ready made. It comes from your own actions, your own thoughts. Nobody can make you happy. They can bring joy to your life, but you make you happy. I make me happy. You make you happy. Okay? You can have some circumstances that make you, joyful, but that happiness is a mentality. It's not about how much money you have. It's not about whether you're married or not. It's not about the job you have. It's not about whether you go on vacation a lot. It ain't about whether you got them new J's or the new Kyries. It's about your own mentality, the way you react to shit that happens in your world. If you let the shit get you down, well, you ain't gonna be happy. If you take it for what it is and realize that change is a part of the universe, that there's a certain unpredictability that's out of your control, and you just got to be like water and roll with it, you'll be happy. You'll be happy. That's why they say money doesn't make you happy, because it doesn't. You can have millions and be unhappy. You can have a big old house and all the toys and be unhappy. On the other side, you can be a working man, working 9 to 5, paycheck to paycheck, and be happier. It's a mentality. So fix your mentality, people. That governs everything. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the show. This is my home studio. Nathan Ivey with you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Let me throw the number on the board, so to speak. There he is. Good morning to you. Let me throw it up. There it is. What up? What up? Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Mrs. Love being Black writes, on my way to the bag. Nothing like it. Leaving my workout, she says, on my way to the bag. Ain't nothing better than that. There's nothing better than getting up early, getting that pump in, getting them muscles ready, and then you on your way to the to this. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. There is a Jesus. He's black and he loves the bag. When you get to heaven, you're gonna find out that Jesus works out every day. Yeah, Jesus can do like 25 pull-ups all in one time, all in one setting, because Jesus understands, that's black Jesus, that is, understands that healthy body, healthy mind. You gotta have both. When you see my children, you're gonna see that. You see next time you see medium booty, you're gonna be like, huh? What did he say? Student athlete. She has no choice. She lives with me. She has no choice. A little girl is spectacular. My son's on the road. Healthy body, healthy mind. It goes together. Get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? I make me happy. I make me happy because this right here, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that matters. Everything else is bullshit. You know it. Sean writes, got my workout in at 5 a.m. this morning. I like to do something that work. I don't want to recreate the wheel. I know that, other people like Lincoln does a walking club. I don't want to do a walking club because if I was to do I'll just join his walking club. I don't want to do a walking club. I want to do something like, I don't know. I might get with Sean because I met Sean and his lovely wife. It was great meeting you a couple weeks back. And he and we share a mentality around certain things. And the more we talk, the more I start thinking like, I'm formulating an idea. I know I'm a little scraggly this morning. Go with it. I know somebody that like it. That's all that matters. So I'm formulating an idea. I want to do something a little different. I don't want to do a walking club. I want to do something different. I do have an idea though. So I'm gonna reach out to you after the show today, man, and we can put our heads together and we can do something on maybe a weekly basis and get it in. I'm talking about walking around here like the 300. I don't know who I was talking to. I was talking with somebody recently who I used to ball with in the Friars Club. Whenever I talk to anybody that used to ball at the Friars Club, it takes me back. I get nostalgic. Back in the days. I just missed that competition, man. There's nothing like physical competition with another man going heads up. Nothing motivates me anyway more than that. I used to get it in. I had to because the competition around me was so high. You know what I'm saying? I miss that. I need that in my life, man. Got to be challenged. I don't know. I've been telling you, man, I'm feeling sedentary. I don't like that feeling. I be telling the wife, I'm too in my comfort zone. I need to push myself. I hate feeling this way. I don't want to be ordinary. I don't want to be like the ordinary average Joe. I don't like to stay in the same spot for too long. I start feeling a certain way about it. So something's got to change drastically. You know what I'm saying? For me to be in my right mentality. That's just me though. Anybody feel me out there? You search. I need those butterflies in my life. You know what I'm saying? Or that feeling that you get when you out on the limb. When I do this is easy. I can do this every day, all day. I got this. You know what I'm saying? I can do this with the best of them. I got it. I need more. I need more. I'm craving it. You ever feel like that? I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Hold on, I'm getting text messages. Oh, all the people that was hitting me up, man, when I turn my mic off and I do. I'm just joking with you. The mic is on. I just like to have some fun with you. No, the mic is on. I'm just messing with you. Having some fun with you. It's a Friday, man. And we can have fun on a Friday. Then why are we doing this? Let's kick things off, shall we? First, I want to know, does anybody have any experiences with the Metro that they want to share? Because yesterday was like the big test day. I put something on Facebook. Let me check it on it again. Because I wanted to know if parents had any stories they wanted to share about, what was happening in terms of their children. How did that work for you? Was it a good transition for you? I'd like to know, did anybody have, well, I mean, I don't want to like put any negativity out there. I just really want to know. Hold on a second. I really want to know what you think. Like, what was your experience with your students, your children going to CPS and then catching the buses and stuff? Was it a good experience? Did anybody have any issues? There was a very interesting article in the Cincinnati Enquirer, which I want to read a little bit of to you. About the experiences of one of the students. So I want to have that conversation. It's been a big story leading up to the beginning of school, which is, of course, the second day of school is today. But before we go any further in the show, let me go straight to the phones and say good morning and welcome to the show.
Hey, Nathan. Good morning. This is Tony.
Hey, what up, Tony? Good morning, brother.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm excellent.
Yeah, man. Usually I always catch you on, later on in the afternoon, but I'm having some dental work today this morning, so I'm
Some
maybe
dental
catch
work,
you
huh?
live. So
Well, I hope
yeah,
it all
man.
goes. You getting
Yeah.
anything pulled out, or what you doing?
Yes. Yeah, wisdom tooth, man. So,
Woo, okay,
that's
brother.
all right.
Been
As
there,
long as they
done
knock
that.
me out, that's all good.
Yeah, I mean, my
So
experience was a little
yeah.
different, man. I hope it goes more pleasant for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Not to
yeah.
scare you or
So,
anything, but
they can do what they want, just knock me out. But yeah. So, I wanted to touch a couple points, man, because I always want to chime in, but I always catch you after the fact.
right,
And I know you was talking about union versus non-union
right.
the other day,
Yesterday, yeah.
and I've done both, with my job, and I've been in my job. It'd be 26 years in October. So like the first year I was at my job was up in Columbus, and they were non-union. And I remember real quick that year they had an ice storm, so the city was kind of like shut down. It was like a level 3, then it became a level 4, so it was like only emergency vehicles, that kind of thing. The ambulance and stuff were only allowed, on the road. Well, somehow they were able to finagle it where vending companies and stuff like that were considered essential and could be out on the road, and they just were kind of like, that's going to include us. You guys got to work, and they would just. I mean, there was nobody to protect our safety. Like what? I mean, there's black ice. I mean, the whole city was like covered in black ice, and that was the first time I ever dealt with black ice. And yeah, we had to go out. We had to go out on trucks and slip and slide and all kind of stuff. And there was nobody to really protect us because it was like, this is what the company said. This is what you got to do. They call you on your break. I mean, on your day off, make you go work and all that. And fast forward 20 years later, down here in this capacity of my job, where it's union, I had a surgery and I came back to work, and I got a call from one of my supervisors, and he was like, "We got someone from HR is gonna give you a call, discuss some questions, ask you a couple questions, just say yes to." I mean, real vague. So I'm just like, "What's that about?" So, I got a call from this little colonizer. Man, I can't stop saying colonizer, man. But it's just in my brain now. But this white chick, I'll put it that way. She called me, and she was sounding all nice and stuff. And, oh, hi, I'm with HR, and I'm gonna ask you questions about reapplying. I'm like, reapplying? What you talking about? Reapplying? And I was telling her, like, lady, right now I'm on the job. How could I reapply for something that I'm doing right now when I'm talking to you? And I got the heads up. When he called me, I called my union steward and told him, like, yeah, I'm supposed to be expecting this phone call and everything. So, the union steward was like, okay, when she calls, tell her to, revert her to me. So I was already set for it. So when she called me and started giving me her spiel, I was, I kind of cut into it. Was like, oh, well, look, I talked to my union steward about it. You gave him a call, and she was just, I mean, it stopped her dead in her tracks. Like, oh, well, no one's ever did that. I was like, glad to be the first. You got to talk to my union guy about it. Never heard from him again about it. Found out if I would have reapplied for my job that I was currently doing, those 20 years that I racked up would have been wiped away.
Really?
I'd have been starting at year one all over again.
Wow.
So that's what a union does for you. And I'm a big union guy. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about throwing my hat in our next election for local stewardship. So
Okay.
thinking about it. But
Going into leadership, huh?
but that was that. Yeah, thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, also, man, I meant to give you a shout out to CDM. I've been, I've had more opportunity to listen to some of the other programs, like the Echo Chamber. I'm feeling that.
Yeah,
And
with Brother
that
Christian.
Ask Ashley, yeah, and that Ask Ashley with the sister whose husband left her, man. Whew,
Yeah, that was
man, that
very
was
that was more emotional than I thought it was gonna be. Actually, it was very
yeah, that was
interesting.
like it reminded me like Angela Bassett, Waiting Exhale,
Mm-hmm.
Kind of Pain. I was just like, man, I fell for it. So I wish her the best.
Mm-hmm.
But uh also Matt that and yesterday that dude, the one that spoke, Matt Baker, his
Yeah,
name, Matt Baker,
yeah,
the guy in the green shirt.
right.
Man, when I saw that, the first thing that popped into my mind was, man, that's the Ultimate Warrior. Like
Uh,
that's how he came up, like the Ultimate, like remember that, like the WWF
I
Ultimate Warrior
remember
be
he was one of
talking,
my favorite wrestlers. Yeah,
yeah, the power flowing through my veins, and me and Gene looking off the camera like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I mean, that's what it. I was like, oh, this guy, yeah, he channeling Ultimate Warrior. He didn't watch the TV before he came up there, and then he said his thing, and then they told him, all right, you can go ahead and leave. He walked off like a mouse. It's like, own it, man, own it. You up there a lot of times, make them force you out. But
exactly. You know, you
yeah,
talking about some you
yeah,
talking
that
about
had
all
me.
his rights and what you gonna
Yeah.
stand for. He was like, "Hey, your time is." He just walked away. I'm like, "Come on, man. You don't drop a
Yeah,
performance
he
like
got the
that and
pop
end
from the
that way." In
audience.
my opinion, that's just me.
Yeah, the audience is cheering him on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he hyping them up, and then he just eased on out. Yeah, but also the first you was talking about the schools, our kids going back to school.
Yeah.
My son started school on Wednesday. And he goes to a Catholic school, and man, I went to go pick him up, and I'm standing in the courtyard, and I'm masked up. It's like day one with me. It's always been like day one pandemic. I, just from the environment I work in to, I live with the mask. So I'm just standing in this sea of people, and I'm just looking around, and I'm the only one with a mask on. All these parents that are waiting for the kids to come out. And I'm just looking, and a lot of these parents were the same parents I remember last school year who were, celebrating because they thought Donald Trump won, pissed off because they found out he lost, were griping about having to get vaccinations, were griping about having to wear a mask. These were the same people, you know. And I'm just looking around. I'm like, I know ain't none of these people got vaccinated. I know it because I remember hearing them gripe about not having it. So that's what we doing this year. That's how we gonna be. And it just dawned on me like, man, it really hit home when I saw that. Like, man, this gonna be a long road with this virus. I mean, it's gonna be like a nuclear winter with this virus and people because they just gonna keep it going. They just gonna keep it going. But that's all I got. One more thing, man. I don't know if you checked it out. I'm a pop culture guy, man. Check out that What If series. Marvel got a What If
Marvel.
series.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's
where it's
good.
like, yeah. Oh man, they got one. The first one was it was like Captain America, whatever. But
Right.
the second one was like T'Challa if he became Star Lord.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's worth my
And
time, huh?
man, what I like about the whole thing is it's the actual actors, like in from the movies,
Oh, really?
are
Doing the
doing the
voiceovers.
voices. Yeah, and they actually had like I guess it was one of his last, voiceover performances. Actually, Chadwick Boseman.
All right. Really?
So it's
Okay.
kind of like so it's kind of like sentimental. It's like, oh man, because you hear him and then you think about like, oh, this dude's going through that cancer struggle, like. But yeah, it's really good, man. So I highly recommend it.
Okay. I'm gonna check
But
it out. I've seen it, man, but I
kind of
was like,
like
do I
God,
really want to watch this? But you saying it was good,
you
huh?
know, the first one was yeah, the first one was it really had its good and bad, but the second one it was just top to bottom, really, and just the way they storied it. I ain't gonna get none away, but they really like. I mean, you know how Marvel do, man. Marvel they lay out the tracks. they look at the big picture, where DC just be kind of like sprinkling shit. But yeah, it was good, man. It was real good, just real sentimental at the end, man. Just some tributes and stuff like that, But yeah, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. You and the Choppers have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'm gonna be out of it most of it, but you know. But I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, man. Take it easy. That's Tony
All right now.
chiming in. He sends me messages, so I know he's listening and watching the show, but he's usually working, so he doesn't get a chance to call in. So I'm glad the brother. Good to hear your voice, man. Don't be a stranger. Appreciate you. 3 humans that are worse than COVID. Let's start with Bush, who, in my opinion, is not getting enough blame for Afghanistan. It's debatable as to whether Joe Biden could have done this or could have done that to sort of make a slow withdrawal, but we've been doing a slow withdrawal for 20 years from Afghanistan. I blame that man right there with the goofy ass look on his face, which was pretty much the way he looked throughout his entire term in office. Didn't he get 2 terms? Yeah, he effed around and got 2 terms. Sent us into this war in Afghanistan, and as I've told you, there is only one. Look, the British couldn't take over Afghanistan. The Russians couldn't take over Afghanistan. The Americans couldn't take over Afghanistan. There's only one nation on the planet Earth that could ever do that. And they're peaceful people. They don't want to do that. They're not into colonizing. They're not into occupying other territories. They just want to live their best lives. There's only one nation, talk about what if, there's only one nation on earth strong enough to take over Afghanistan. And of course, that's the Wakandans. But they don't do colonizing. They mind their own damn business. Hence the reason why they're so damn successful. America should take heart of that. We should be having a national conversation about how we need to stay the hell out of other people's countries. $2.2 trillion for failure. As I told you before, the pullout method is unreliable. I have 2 children right now because of the pullout method. Yeah, we tried it. We just gonna pull out at the right time. That shit don't work. Some of y'all got children because of the pullout method. When you apply the pullout method to international politics, guess what, people? It don't work. We're just going to pop in when we want to, shoot up the club. We're going to take over and then pull out before, we have to deal with any real consequences. Shit don't work that way. It don't work that way. So now America should open its borders to Afghanistan or Afghan refugees 100%. We should take some here in the tri-states because some of our other fellow Cincinnatians was all for the occupation of Afghanistan. So now flash forward 20 years later, a lot of people got killed. A lot of people got grind up into the meat grinder. A lot of money was spent. I didn't get any cash. I didn't get no checks whatsoever from Afghanistan. 0. Raise your hand if you got any checks from Afghanistan. That's for Tony right there. We leveled up with the phone call. No, I didn't get any no checks whatsoever. That's because it wasn't set up. War is a rich man's game. That's for them rich folks making all that money selling missiles and camouflage and Kevlar and boots and bootstraps and belts and all the stuff that warriors need on the modern day battlefield. I don't have bread invested in none of that shit. None of it. None of it. I didn't get no money off the opium. I didn't get any opium money. Where is it? Like if America's going to be a modern day imperialist nation, they should share the fruits of his labor with the people. But the people got nothing out of it. So I'm going to say it again. Unless you're Wakanda, stay the hell out of Afghanistan. Unless you got the Dora Milaje right there, those female warriors right there. Now, they could take over the Taliban right there. The Taliban, they couldn't fuck with. The Taliban can't fuck with them. The Taliban can't fuck with them right there. I'm telling you right there. They got a problem with women. Oh, they really have a problem with women if the Dora Milaje show up. You don't want that. You don't want the Dora Milaje in Kandahar. You don't want that shit. It's a wrap for you. Oh, dear Lord, the Wakandans are here. But the Americans, they like, psh, you see these damn Americans. Come on in here. Come on in here. Leave other people alone. That's the moral of the story. So we should absorb the Afghanistan refugees in every state in America. There should be a high concentration. I don't know if they have these kind of numbers in the states where the population was really like, for the states that voted for Bush, they are the states that should absorb all of the Afghanistan refugees and just deal with it. I don't care how much it costs. Take care of every man, woman, and child that is now a political refugee once again because of America meddling in other people's affairs. Simple as that. We think because we got a nuclear arsenal and we got a navy and we have an armada and we got all lasers and all these smart gadgets and all this shit, radar and sonar and all this shit, that we think that means something. We got a good old-fashioned ass whooping in Afghanistan. That's the truth of the matter of it, period. And it really wouldn't have mattered in what manner we pulled out, because the pull-out method is the pull-out method. You never should have been in there in the first damn place. Simple as that. You know it and I know it, family. Please like and share this so we can raise the consciousness of Cincinnati and America. All right? I appreciate you. So we can win. Let's get to the choppers.
Get to the chopper!
Sharp writes, TGIF Nate in the choppers. Good morning to you. Sister V writes, Hotep Nathan in the choppers. TGIF to you all. Good morning. Ashley writes, good morning, Nathan in the choppers. Happy Friday. Janice writes, good morning. Ray writes, good risings all. So last night, I can't say enough about Queens Village and what they're doing to move the culture in Cincinnati and Hamilton County. They have so many wonderful programs. They have a program in which they have people like read to children. They invited me to do it. I'm not sure where. I would imagine it's posted on their Facebook page. And I just read a book to the children. It took me back to my youth development days, man. I got a soft spot in my heart for the babies. I'm a big old softy for the babies, man. All the babies. I want the babies to be taken care of, to be loved, to have whatever they need so they can take over for us. We've done enough job. We've done a bad job with this planet. We've given them a big bag of ish. And so at the very least, we need to make sure we protect our children. But I had a lot of fun doing it. And I want you to go to their Facebook page and check it out and share it. And so the way it works is, hypothetically, I guess kids will watch the stream and then they can see different people reading a book to them. Where's my book at? It's over there. I don't have time to go get it. But it was a dope book written by a sister who is a native to Ohio. She wrote a book about different families and stuff. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And I'll come back whenever you want me to. It was my pleasure. Anything for us. Anything for us. It moves the culture forward. I'm all with it. Again, if you're not hip to what Queens Village is doing, you need to get hip. You need to tap in. They're doing great work in the city. Great work in the city. Let's talk about Lizzo for a second. I am so damn tired of seeing this sister crying. Will y'all leave Lizzo alone, please? Dr. Boyce Watkins, whoever it is, leave Lizzo alone. I don't care. Why are people trying to body shame her? When I listen to Lizzo's music, it's all positive. It's all about live your best life and don't let people tell you who you are and all that kind of stuff. No matter who you are, those are words of wisdom. Because you got a lot of people out there that always got some shit to fucking say, don't they? Excuse my language, but I'm grown. All right? Excuse my language. Excuse my language. Oh, my prayers. A second, please. Lord, forgive me for my brash delivery. They know not what they do there. Okay, there it is. I'm good. So I can curse and everything now, swear. Christians have to accept it because I just did my prayers. What you going to challenge that? We'll take it up with the man upstairs. But anyway, I'm just so sick of seeing Lizzo. I like Lizzo. I want Lizzo to be the best she can possibly be. I don't know that sister. I'm not saying that I'm always checking for her music or anything like that, because I'm not. I'm not always checking for her music. But I just hate the fact that this sister, man, is like, I guess people are like, always got some shit to say about her. And she posted this on her Instagram earlier this week in tears. It looks like she's in her bathroom. Sidebar, I hate when people take those selfies in the bathroom and you can see the toilet and the toilet paper. I hate that shit. I'm like, have some class. You can't be sexy in front of your toilet. That's just me. That's just me. Maybe I'm different. It's the Virgo in me. Anyway, so Lizzo is, back in the media. She's never really left because people keep criticizing her for her body weight and all this kind of stuff. And I just don't get it, man. You know whose body I'm worried about? Mine. I'm worried about my body. That's what I'm worried about. The number one body that I'm worried about in this world is the one that God gave me. You know whose ass I'm worried about? My own, the one I'm sitting on right now. I'm not really that caught up in what other people do. Now, like, I want to spread the gospel of healthy living and plant-based living and all that kind of stuff because I'm seeing the results. I feel fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Look at my skin. That's all clean living. As soon as I leave the show, I'll be in these streets for about 90 minutes. A Friday, so I usually go super hard on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get it in super hard right after the show. I don't know what you be doing. I'm gonna get it hard, super hard, right? And that's what I'm concerned about. But other people can do whatever the hell they want to do. I just don't understand it. Help me understand this. And people try to talk about the sister's weight and what she looked like. That's her. You know what I'm saying? She happy. You know what I'm saying? That makes me happy. If she happy, that makes me happy. And again, I'm asking you because for me personally, I think that what Lizzo is doing is promoting a positive self-image of your body, no matter what your body looks like. That's how I take the sister. Okay, I'd like to know how you take her. Am I wrong in that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm back on my regimen. As Stickman said, I'm back on my regimen, back on my weight training. I'm back on that. That's me. But that don't mean that you or somebody else got to do what I'm doing. You do you. You do you. Can y'all these damn humans are worse than COVID. Leave this woman the hell alone. Let her make her music. Let her inspire people. She's probably touching a lot of people out here. She's probably touching a lot of people out here who feel as if, they're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Raise your hand if you're perfect. Nobody's perfect out here. Nobody's got a perfect body. Like, you go on Instagram in the morning, you get all these weight training people, and they seem to have pretty perfect bodies. But I'm just saying, that's just them, man. I don't care what your body type is. It's this that matters the most. How you see yourself. Don't let these people out here shame you and they're making you feel bad about yourself. F them. Tell them to F off. Block their ass. I'll tell you, I'll block a motherfucker in a second. I don't even think nothing of it. Oh, you on that dumb shit? Block in a second. Because that's what the block button is for. And it works so well. It's a perfect construct. So I want to know how you feel about Lizzo, because I'm just sick and tired of seeing this sister crying because other people, guys, don't let nobody bring you down like that. Don't let nobody tell you less than because you don't ascribe to what they think is beautiful. It's a mess. Oh, the traffic. So everybody's driving? Oh, okay. Wifey's telling me that the traffic out there is bad because a lot of parents are driving. Again, that's been her duty because I'm on the air in the morning, so I don't know yet. That's why I'm asking you. What has the experience been like on the first day? Maybe now second day. Maybe you just dropped your kids off or you're in transit. I like to know what that experience is like. And if you have a child or someone in your family that's a student at CPS and they've been catching a bus, I'd like to know what that experience is like. Metro claimed they was going to do everything they can, and I believe them. But is that enough? I don't know. And again, I'm not out there in the morning because I'm with you in the morning. So I don't know. Let's get to the choppers.
Get to the chopper!
Pat writes, good morning. Good morning to you, Pat. Cincy Tigress writes, happy Friday. Good to see you, Cincy Tigress. Elizabeth writes, hello. Hey, good morning, Elizabeth. Welcome. Ronald Lackey writes, good morning. It's Friday. High school football kicks off tonight. #swoop. Well, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Some football and some COVID, the Delta variant. Can I get some Airheads, a Diet Coke, and the Delta variant? That'll be fun. Glenn writes, good morning, Nathan Choppers. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. Dale writes, good morning, Nathan Choppers. Good morning to you. Charles writes, Grand Risings, Nathan Choppers. Good morning to you. Eloise writes, good morning. Happy Friday. Hey, good to see you, Eloise. Good to see you. I like that name, Eloise. I like that. That's like classic right there. Cass writes, hey, y'all. Charles writes, good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you as well. Now, listen, before we get too deep in the show, I just want to take a quick break. I'm not going to take a whole break. I'm just going to take a sponsorship break for our sponsor. Today's show is sponsored by my good friends over at renewcommunitychurch.org. Now, in terms of living your best life and being the best you can possibly be, and then like attracting the things that you want in your life, my friends over at Renew Community Church have created a brand new series. They got a free ebook you can download at their website at renewcommunitychurch.org this morning. And I want you to check them out. But first, check this out.
The words for today are attract more money. It takes 60 seconds for the universe through the invisible law of attraction to be fully activated in your life. God's invisible law of attraction is available to you because you are just 60 seconds away from attracting more money. Take the next 60 seconds and attract more money in your life by telling the financial story for 60 seconds, 3 times a day for 21 days. Why 21 days? Because that's how long it takes to change your life. Now say this financial story out loud 3 times a day. Today, I accept my divine and human right to have more than enough money, to be a financial blessing to self, family, and others. I will use my financial abundance today to bless so many people in this universe. Money is my friend. I share my money with my friends. For a free ebook, visit renewcommunitychurch.org.
Again, that's renewcommunitychurch.org. Check them out this morning. Good morning to you. Mrs. Love being Black writes, good morning, fellow beautiful smart choppers. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Brandy writes, greetings. Pardon me. Happy Friday. Tamika, good morning to you, Brandy. Happy Friday. Tamika writes, good morning. Happy Friday. Dale writes, Nathan is right. People worse than COVID. People just not making any sense now. Refuting science, data, and statistics, believing in ridiculous social media memes and commentary. Yeah, pretty much. The betting public sports show writes, good morning, folks. With October being 4 years since the talk show host begged for help in an unsuccessful effort to stop the alt middle, we will commemorate it on October 16th. Save the date. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay. Kamar writes, morning, y'all. Roy writes, good morning, everyone. Anthony writes, morning, Chop Shop. Good morning to you. Darlene writes, morning, everyone. Well, good morning to you. Susan writes, happy Friday. Oh, we made it. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Got my workout in at 5 a.m. this morning. Again, there's nothing. Early risers rule this world. People that get up really early are the motherfuckers that's running this shit. The people that get up really early are the people that are the most successful. Why? Because they understand that you only have so much time in a day. You only got so much daylight. You got to sleep. You got family and other responsibilities. You got to get up early and tap into the Nathan Ivey Show to be successful. That's what you got to do. It goes hand in hand. Now, you don't have to tap into the show. I'm just saying, we can be great background. The show can be a great background to what you're doing in your foreground. But getting up like 4:30 and the competition they sleep slumbering like, yeah, I got this. And you up working when it's dark and don't get a workout in. On top of that, there's nothing better. I'm giving you the keys. That's the key, right? You got to get up early. Early risers rule the world. They ain't sleeping. What did Puffy say? I'll sleep when I'm dead. You got plenty of time to sleep. Sleep later. Right now, get out here and make it happen, Captain. But humans worse than COVID. I'm sharing stories with you of examples of humans that are worse than COVID. It's just another way that I do a weekend review. That's all. We know what I'm doing here. Humans worse than COVID. Let's talk about this dude on the bottom right, what appears to have a bullet in his hand. Let me give you the backstory on him. His name is Edward Floria, and he faces up to 15 years in prison. He pled guilty in a federal court on Monday in Queens, New York. Guess what he is? He's a Proud Boy wannabe. And he pled guilty this week to one count of transmitting threats to injure and one count of possessing ammunition after having been convicted of a felony. That's a no-no. He's 41 years old. He admitted, get this family, to threatening the life of a successful political candidate for the U.S. Senate. And who was he threatening? Senator Raphael Warnock, brand new senator from Georgia, the brother, the pastor, him. Apparently, he was part of this whole January 6th insurrection, got all caught up in his feelings, and started making direct threats on the life of the senator from Georgia. Now, what in the hell would possess this motherfucker to do some shit like that? Apparently, he went online and posted a lot of violent threats against Congress and, in particular, Senator Raphael Warnock, preceding and then during the January 6th insurrection under the name Lone Wolf War. He also stated that he and others needed to go armed and really take back Washington. Now, I don't know what you was doing on January 5th, but that's what this was doing. This mofo was running around talking about how they need to take back Washington because their candidate, Trump, lost the election. The day before the riot, Floria wrote, "Tomorrow may very well be the day war kicks off." Like, I don't think we really having a conversation that we really need to have. Like, these mofos really thought that they were going to take over the country. Like, for real, y'all. They really thought that what they did on January 6th was going to lead to a whole new revolution. We're going to take over the country and push out the non-whites. Because this was some racist shit. In reference to Raphael Warnock, this man wrote or said, "Dead men can't pass shit laws." Oh my God. Quote, "Warnock is going to have a hard time casting votes for communist policies when he's swinging front with the effing fish." Now, I don't know exactly what Senator Raphael Warnock did to this man or did in Georgia, but to what I've seen, I don't understand it. On January 12th, the FBI raided his home and found that he illegally possessed more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition after being previously convicted of a firearms felony in New York State. I'm glad to see the FBI is on top of these backwater bubbas and these homegrown bigots and extremists because they are the real menace. That's the real menace. He had 1,000 rounds of ammunition, 75 military-style combat knives. Like, what are you, Snake Eyes? Why do you need 75 military-style combat knives? Are they throwing knives? What are you, one of the damn bootleg Avengers? He had 2 hatchets and 2 swords at his home that he shared with his children. What kind of home was that? Now, listen, if that's your hobby and you're into you're into collecting like war paraphernalia, like you like to research battles and all that kind of shit, okay. But if you think you really, I laugh at this. I laugh at these Proud Boys and these backwater bubbas and these wannabe extremists. Number one, most of them are cowards. They ain't gonna do shit unless there's a mob behind them, most of them. You got a few crazies out there. But if you think, I think it's hilarious. If you think that just because you got 1,000 rounds of your ammunition and you got gas mask and you got all this shit in your house, that the government can't come drag you out of your house, you is a damn fool. When the boys, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When the bad boys want to come get you, they gonna come get you. I laugh at these fools, man. I got all these weapons. I'm protecting myself against the government. Yeah, sure you are. Until the government wants your ass out of there. And they'll Breonna Taylor your ass. How many times have we seen this? You got some dude that used to be a former member of the military, and he's got thousands of rounds of this and thousands of rounds of that, and he's got a Kevlar vest, and he's got a gas mask, and he was in the Coast Guard, so he knows how to use it and all this kind of shit. And they drag his ass out the house one way or the other. It always ends that way. No one man's gonna stand up to the government. Do you remember what happened with the Branch Davidians? Remember that, David Koresh? What did they do? They went in there and got their ass, burned everything down, killed everybody. That's what they're gonna do. Ruby Ridge, what they do? They shot through the house, FBI, they dragged everybody out, dead or alive. So all this shit about how you gonna fight one man against the government, and man, knock it off. Fools, that's pyrite. That's fool's gold right there. All you're gonna do is get yourself killed and get your family members killed. When the boys knock on the door, you got a decision to make. Who is it? It's the FBI. We got a warrant. That ends in one way. Your ass is leaving the house, period. Now you can walk out, they can drag you out, or you can be carried out. But one way or another, my friends, your ass is leaving. So stop with all of that, please. Stop with all of that. Humans worse than COVID. This mofo, I mean, great for the FBI, man. I wish you stopped surveilling black leaders, but good for the FBI. COINTELPRO is still real. Don't let anybody lie to you and tell you it ended. It's still going on right now. It's just different. It's fucking crazy, man. He's looking at between 15 and 21 months behind bars. I wish they put a 4 on that, like times 4. Lock these fools up, man. I love it. I love hearing and reading these stories about these January 6th insurrectionists and how they end up getting exactly what they deserved. All that shit you was talking, where you at? I love it. Maurice writes, glorious resurrection to all. Good morning to you, Maurice. Good morning to you. Most deaf. Glenn writes, do a walking workout club where they have different exercises along the walk, like Sharon Woods walking trail. Just a thought. I got something else in mind, Glenn. Hold on one second here. Hold on one second. I got to take a quick break. I see the wifey's leaving out. I got to say, holler at her real quick. So let me take a quick commercial break. I'm going to play a quick little song, and I'll come right back. Don't go anywhere.
Turn up the headphones a little bit. Hey. ISO. Let's get it.
Whoa. Clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trying to top it. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings. They thought I lost for stepping. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm rapping. Put on for the whole city. Yeah, I got them rocking with me. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm rapping.
Sending emojis. I'm blowing a pack of that OG. Don't be acting like you know me. And if you did, that's the old me. Winter time, rock a cold fleece. Pocket fat, that's obese. Only talking money if it's increased. She give me brain, girl, no teeth. I touch down, bust down. She busted open for a real day. Stay timed up, trying to build it up, trying to count it up, hill figures. Don't be chilling with no lil, no. And if I do, I be real with them. Chase a dream, that's a meal ticket. ISO gang, yeah, they still with us. I put it in motion, they got me steady. Thoughts on my mind, it's weighing heavy. Watch how I shine, tell them I'm ready. I'm hitting my stride, let's get to the Fetty. I was just sitting back watching them fold. Racks on me now, yeah, it's looking slow. I hold it down and I got my own. Keeping it grown, we back to the bone. Yeah, flying flashy, ayy, we too fancy, ayy, can't walk past me, ayy, right up your alley, wait,
Wait, I gotta play it safe. Watch me isolate, watch me isolate. Hey, watch me isolate. Whoa, clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings. They thought I lost for stepping. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm repping. Put on for the whole city. Yeah, I got them rocking with me. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm repping.
My apologies. Some things are important. I take care of some business real quick. Good morning to you. I'm back. All right, let me throw the number out there, 513-873-7134. Hope you're having an excellent day. I am. Welcome back to the last honest place in Cincinnati media. If not the world, Craig. If not the world. Good morning to you. Andrea writes, good morning, Nathan, friends. Happy Friday. Yeah, where the party at? Where's the Delta variant party at? Where we all catching Delta at today? Where everybody going this weekend? I want to know. Tiff writes, I have battle rope, kettlebells, bands, hand weights, bricks. Thanks, Effect Fitness. I love working out, but just don't look like it. Well, keep it up. It ain't really about the looks. To me, that's just the side effect. It's really about the health benefits. You know, when I talk about working out, I mean, I ain't trying to be sexy for nobody. I'm just trying to get in the best shape I possibly can so I can live as long and as healthy as I possibly can. That's all I care about. Good morning, all. That's the Virgo thing, Nate. Absolutely. Ronald writes, I fell for the pump fake. Is that right? Effect Fitness is my absolute favorite. Really? I'm not even hip to them. What's Effect Fitness? I put the word out maybe about 3 weeks ago. I'm looking for a black male trainer. And man, I didn't know there's so many trainers out there. I had no idea. So, you know, I feel like I need that extra just to push me over the top. You know, from what I see, man, at any age, you can get your body super, super tight. Super tight. Glenn writes, all right, Nate, this is the second time in 3 weeks where you felt young, lost your mojo or lost your TSA tingle. Are you going through a Nate? I never said I lost my mojo. That's not what I said. People are misreading that. Y'all projecting. You might have lost your mojo. I haven't lost my mojo. No, what I said is professionally. I'm talking about in terms of, you know, being challenged intellectually in terms of what I'm doing. I mean, everything is working superbly. Trust me. And I don't feel insecure about a damn thing. Nathan Ivey loves him some Nathan Ivey. Believe me, I think very highly of myself. So it's not that. I'm talking about professionally. I'm talking about the experiences, like, you know, feeling those butterflies, doing things, having challenges and goals. That's what I'm talking about. I think everybody goes through a midlife crisis, I guess. I mean, I guess everybody does. I don't know what that means exactly, but my midlife crisis is having a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And waking up that I wasn't in the shape I need to be in. So no, I don't have those kind of feelings. When I say butterflies, I'm talking about challenging yourself. You know, I like to be challenged. I like to have things in front of me that are new experiences. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about feeling whether I've got enough this or the other. I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Somebody says, wrap it up, B. What? Who y'all talking about? Hey, Fast Pitch. She's in the house. Good to see you. She writes, good morning. Always good to see you, Fast Pitch. Tanika writes, are y'all talking about when Tony called in? Tony was just catching up. Tony was catching up. Tanika writes, good morning, Nathan Choppers. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good to see you. David writes, the current Board of Education, Board of BOE? It's not Board of Education. What does BOE stand for? The current BOE list, my brain is for whatever's not computing. The current BOE list for Cincinnati City Council 2021 November is updated 8/19/2021 on BOE site. Oh, okay. Yeah. I did see that. We do have an official list now of the people who are going to be. I see Derek Bauman is still going to be on the ballot. Why is he going to be on the ballot? Why would he still be on the ballot and he hasn't been running? Maybe I'm sure there's a reason why, but it was reported. His name was reported. Derek Bauman stepped down. He was a lock to get one of the Democrat nominations, and then somebody went through his Twitter feed and captured some tweets from him over the years that people said were misogynistic or subtly racist or something like that. He said something about being black from the bottom half or something like that, which I reached out to Derek because I know him. We're friendly. And I wanted to ask him some very straight questions about that and also give him an opportunity to speak about it himself. He declined it. So I don't know, man. I felt there was some room for education there. But I didn't know if it was to the level where he should have stepped down, but that's what he did. So he stepped away from the campaign. So yeah, I am aware of these individuals. Again, Democrat, Republican, Independent, even Betsy Sunderman. I'm going to reach out to see if they would like to come on the show and talk about, why they're running. You know what I'm saying? What's your platform? Why should we vote for you? Kush writes, good morning, Nathan Choppers with a Z. Good morning to you. Let me see. Highlight is Nate on this conversation. Okay. Jenny writes, good morning, Nathan and the Choppers. Happy Friday. See, anybody can talk about issues. I want to motivate you. I just want to be just like a something good for you in the morning. I mean, I'm gonna give you the sharpest superlative flows and insights. You'll get all of that. Everybody can do that. But I want to be a part of your day in a way that's unique and special and different. That's what I want. Deborah writes, good morning, Nathan Choppers. Good morning to you. Brandy, I want to uplift you. You know what I'm saying? When you leave the show, I want you to feel like you can go out there and do anything because you can. You can. Brandy writes, good morning. It's Friday. Whoop, whoop. I like Fridays. Danita writes, good morning, Nate. Good morning, Choppers. We made it. It's Friday. First week of school is in the books. Yeah, so far, so good. My daughter is super busy. Oh, my God. We were just talking this morning about whether she's going to be able to carry the load. She got a job. She got her a nice job, too. She is doing a lot of extracurricular activities and had taken on leadership roles in those extracurricular activities, which means more time. Like literally, she didn't get home yesterday until like 7:30. Today, she won't get home until 9. At school all day. And guess what? I love it. That's the way it's supposed to be. I love it. She's doing the hard shit. I love it. Now, we'll see whether she breaks down or not. We'll see. Right? But to this point, I love what I'm seeing. Charles writes, cheers to unions. Derek's in the house. What's up, brother Derek? He writes, good morning, Nathan and Choppers. Make Friday a great day. Have a fantastic weekend. Hey, Derek, I'd love to catch up with you because I know you're taking on a new role. I'd like to talk to you about a couple things, man. I want to talk to you about entrepreneurship because I know you're doing big things in the city. Perhaps it could inspire people. But then also I want to talk to you about, your new role as the president of the Charter Right Committee. Who are the Charter Rights? Why should we vote for charter rights over Democrats and Republicans? What did that mean exactly? I think there's some room for education there. David writes, it normally comes down to name recognition. That's why candidates push for funds to advertise. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. With so many candidates, I feel like the endorsements are really gonna mean something. The Democrat endorsement is going to mean something. Republican endorsement is going to mean something. Perhaps the charter right endorsement is going to mean something because they've got built-in audiences People kind of know what they already stand for. And plus, as David is saying, it's going to take money to distinguish yourself in this landscape. It's going to take money to get radio ads and podcast ads and digital ads and things like that. And so it'll be interesting to see who works creatively, with the money that they're able to raise. Who's able to raise money? If you don't have a Democrat, if you don't have a major party endorsement, then you're going to have to be able to create revenue, raise revenue, and then be able to spend it creatively. I've been learning more and more about what happened with Nina Turner. And there is a school of thought that it wasn't just the fact that quote unquote evil money or dark money came into that race. You do know that Republicans like Trumpsters were putting money into that race. They're putting money behind Chantel Brown. Like that's a fact. Trump Republicans got into that race and was putting money behind Chantel Brown. Now, why would they do that? And I'll be honest with you. I don't know Chantel Brown. I have nothing but positive things to think about the woman, but that says something to me. Like, what is it about her politics that would make Republicans get behind her? I don't know. It's something to consider. My point is that the money matters. The money, it's going to matter in the city council race. You're going to have some people that the only time you see them is on Facebook, and you might see a sign here or there. You're going to see other people that's going to be out there because they've raised the money and they're spending it creatively and efficiently. And that's going to be the difference. That's going to be the difference. I'll be honest with you. To me, and my Democrat friends may not like this, but so fucking be it. But to me, part of the problem with city council is that it's so hard to get on council unless you got a major party endorsement. And I'm less concerned about major party endorsement than I am what is that individual going to do. Yo, check it. We might need to get us to where we're trying to get to. We might need people on council that says F the party because the party wants to push them in a direction, but the people need you over here. And I'm just saying, I can't give you any scenarios. I'm just saying, hypothetically, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? People over party. Okay, I understand the parties. You already know I have a gangster lean to the left. You know what I'm saying? If I ran, I would either run as an independent or a Democrat. I'll tell you that up front. However, I'm not running. I'm just a dude on the radio giving it to you with the ones and twos. And in my opinion, I care more about backbone. I care more about people that's willing to say and do what needs to be said, no matter where the resistance is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Now, are we going to get that with city council? They all going to say that. They all going to say that, but are we really going to get that? We will never know. You know what I'm saying? Because when you take an endorsement from a party, that comes with strings attached. You just can't do whatever you want to do. And I get that. You can't do whatever you want to do. You got to do on some levels what they want you to do. Okay? And so that's why you have some people who are going independent. So we'll have to wait and see. I think it's going to be interesting and more people, and we're not surprised by this. You got more seats open than ever before in recent history or forever. So you got more people that are trying to get in those seats than forever. It makes sense. It makes sense. I know we got some diamonds out there. I know it's some diamonds out there. There's some people out there that's running that if they get on council, we'll probably be pretty pleased. And there's some people that's running that probably shouldn't be running. I don't know who they are yet. I'll be honest with you. I haven't really focused. Now, here it is, the end of August. I've begun my preparations. I'm not there yet. I'll let you know because you'll start seeing people come on. I want to make sure I'm over-prepared so I don't waste our time. But I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's, what's what. I don't have really a strong opinion about anybody except for the people who are already on city council. If you're already on council, yeah, I'm focused on you because you're on council. But if you're running, I don't know what you stand for yet. I don't know what your platform is yet. I don't know, but I will. And we'll talk about it. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Yo, good morning. Okay, call me back. 513-873-7134. Sometimes things happen. People can't hear. They step away, things like that. I'm here for all of that. But call me back. I'll put you straight on. So again, I have started my preparations and my show prep for mayor's race, council race, the judges. Although I think there's people out there when it comes to judges who are far more experienced than I am. And then also school board as well. So that when we start our conversations, what you can expect is to have 2 or 3 people on per day. There's so many candidates. The only way we're going to get through this is to have 2 or 3 on a day. And so I'll put it out the day before and say, hey, here's who's going to come on the next day. And you can expect those conversations. And my spirit is to allow them to have a platform so we can learn who they are. That's the spirit in which I want to do this. And then you can make your own decisions about who you think, is the best. And what I'm hoping is you can take the conversation, the interview we have here, and then maybe other people are having interviews. You take them all together and it creates a picture for you. And you can decide if you think that these people are real or not, will they be effective or not, are they the right person at the right time? Because it's a very critical time. Like I said, for a long time, we had a whole bunch of people to talk shit about, like Smitherman, he's not going to be on council, and Seelbach, he won't be on council, and Wendell Young, like all these people that we have become so accustomed to because they've been on city council for years and years and years. They ain't going to be there no more. So we can't bellyache and complain about them anymore. We're going to have to get to learn and interact with and work with a whole new cast of characters. Hold on, somebody's sending me a... Oh, okay. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely, for sure. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I appreciate it. Somebody says they love the show. I appreciate that. I really do. So we have to learn a whole new cast of characters, how to interact with them, figure out what they believe in, what they value, and how do we work with them to get what we need for our community. So like I said, you don't have PG Sittenfield to criticize anymore. We're not going to have Smitherman to criticize, at least from city council. Looks like he's going to run for Hamilton County Commissioner. And if Stephanie Dumas Summerose don't step her game up and get ready for it, he's going to beat her. I'm just telling you right now. He's going to be, if she don't step her game up and come super hard, it's going to be a hell of a race. So we'll have to wait and see. That's going to be very interesting. Amina's in the house. She writes, not sure what's going on. Hey, good to see you. Let me see. Dale writes, it wasn't a failure for Bush, Lockheed Martin, and Halliburton. You right about that. You right about that, Daryl. It was not a failure for the military industrial complex. They made big money out. I mean, whole new mansions and whole new generational wealth for them and their family. That's a good business to go into. The military industrial complex, coming up with ways to destroy the human body. That is a great business. Coming up with new, ideas for chemical warfare and things like that. That is a great business. Danita writes, Nate, you trying to get me fired. Pull-out method. I just busted out laughing all loud in the office. Yeah, it's the pull-out method. Yeah, I got 2 kids now because of the pull-out method. We tried the pull-out method, and the list goes on and on and on. America goes in, and then we want to pull out when we think it's convenient. Like right before we think the consequences are supposed to happen, we want to pull out. That shit don't work in the real world. I got 2 kids to prove it. Like I said, my wife and I never planned on having children. We were just going to be 2 adults doing what 2 adults do. And then medium booty. Then the wife is like, I feel different today. I feel different today. You feel different today? What you mean? Next thing I know, she got a belly. She got a baby in the belly. Same thing with my son. We weren't planning on having no second kids. But life happens when you're trying to pull out method. It happens. Charles writes, what if Wakanda were real? Only the Black and Gilligans would remain in America. If Wakanda was real, we'd be broadcasting live from Wakanda right now. Tamika writes the pull-out method. That's hilarious. Charles writes pull-out method. What's right? What's that? Oh, you one of those, huh, Charles? You one of those. It's like, I'm in now. Shit, I ain't leaving till the club is closed. You right? Glenn writes, the only person to vote against the war in Afghanistan was a black Democrat, Barbara Lee. Glenn, you are so right. You are so right, man. Barbara Lee. Oh, man, that woman has so much strength and character. I think she also voted against the Patriot Act as well. You know, props to Representative Barbara Lee. Because when she voted against the Afghan war, people were criticizing her. Let me see if I can find a quick picture of this sister, man. This sister deserves our respect. I ain't saying she perfect on everything, but on this Afghanistan shit, this sister was 100% correct. She was the only member. She defied her own party, and that's what the hell. We need more Barbara Lees on city council. I want Barbara Lees. Do what's right for the people. I don't give a damn what nobody says. Let me see if I can put this up. Yeah, Barbara Lee she is a real one, man. I got nothing but respect for her. Like I said, man, some of these men need to sit their ass down. We need more female women leadership because men have effed things up. Let me see if I can put a picture up so you know who this, she's a real MC in my opinion. You know who this sister is. She was the only one to say, nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. No Afghanistan. Nope, not voting for it. Everybody else was just running along, doing what they was told. This sister deserves mass props. Mass props. And of course, it would be a black woman. We already know that. She tried to warn us 3 days after the September 11th attacks. California Democrat Barbara Lee stood on the House floor and implored her colleagues to vote against a resolution that would give President George W. Bush sweeping, open-ended authorization to use military force. She was the only one who did it. She was so right. And 20 years later, we've impacted American lives and lives around the globe because we wanted to play dictatorship. We wanted to play colonizer in Afghanistan. And what do we have to show for it? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That woman deserves mass props, man. Mass props. Mass props. Maurice writes, America wants to be the world police. Yeah. Meanwhile, back at home, we can't even get our bridges and roads taken care of. How does it make sense that we spend $2.2 trillion in Afghanistan, building roads and bridges in Afghanistan, and the Brent Spence Bridge is falling apart? That's one of the most heavily trafficked, that's one of the most highly traversed interstate highways in the entire country. Do you know that? If I-75 shuts down, it will shut down commerce in parts of the entire country. And yet we got to beg and please to fix a bridge in Cincinnati, but we can drop trillions of our dollars in Kandahar. That shit don't make no damn sense, man. Now, you know me, I'm not for the suffering for anybody. If you see somebody suffering, we should step in. But what we did in Afghanistan, this was the only way it could end. It always ends like this. America running out with its tail between its legs, and then the very same people that we thought we was trying to stop from being in power take over. Now, you tell me I'm wrong. You cannot. Tony writes, the Taliban would be dust versus the Dora Mijali. Yes, they would. That's the Dora Mijali right there. Them sisters will take over Afghanistan in a second with those spears. That's all they need is those spears. That's it. Meanwhile, the United States couldn't even do it with billions of dollars of military hardware. Not everybody is built the same. Everybody ain't built the same. Daryl writes, Lizzo needs to lower her standard? What do you mean? What you mean she needs to lower her standard, Daryl? See, now you tripping, man. What you saying? Akeem writes, what would Kevin Samuels say about Lizzo? I don't know. Clarence writes, I like Lizzo too. He says Lizzie. Jenny writes, that's the quickest prayer in the Midwest. What do you mean? I mean, you don't have to be no long prayer, Jenny. I said it, God received it. Rachel writes, Black Twitter called her a mammy and says she makes music for white people. Black folks should not be shaming her because she is pop music. I'm telling you, I have no problem with Lizzo whatsoever. I like me some Lizzo. I don't want her to change. Keep doing what you're doing, sis. F to the haters. People don't like you and your body and all that kind of stuff, then tell them don't look at it. Oh no, man. I'm just a little different. Like, I really am on some let live and live type shit. Like, I really am. Like 100%. Live your life. Let the next man live their life. We can all live our life and everybody can be happy. Simple as that. All right, let me move on. Today's title is Humans Worse Than COVID. It's kind of like my way of doing a weekend review. Let's put it out there. I think it's quite obvious at this point. So we've talked about, let's talk about Mike DeWine, who has no spine. Let's say it again. John Cranley doesn't have a penis. And Mike DeWine doesn't have a spine. Now, I don't know what's up with Nan Whaley, but she looking real good to me like right now. I'll be honest with you. I haven't even done any deep research on all the candidates, but just based upon what I see right now, Nan Whaley for governor is looking real good to me. I wouldn't work for John Cranley to be John Cranley every day. I wouldn't vote for John Cranley to be John Cranley. That's how deep it is. I have no confidence in John Cranley whatsoever. And it's his fault. And if I ever get a chance, you can mark my words. If I ever get a chance to speak with John Cranley for his gubernatorial race, I like saying the word gubernatorial. Phonetically, it sounds great, gubernatorial. Then I'm going to say that to him. Say, John, I don't have any confidence in you. Say, Nathan, why is that? And I'm going to run down the list as to why, including your treatment of black people. This mofo lied to us about lifting kids in poverty, and then 4-5 years later, got the nerve to look around talking about he don't know why there's so much violence. Because you ain't did a damn thing to address the root causes and the issues, mofo. That's why. And got the nerve to want to run for governor in the state of Ohio. This motherfucker lost his damn mind. I wouldn't vote for John Cranley to tie kindergartner's shoes in the after-school program. All I want John Cranley to do is to leave public life, public office, and go back to doing whatever the fuck he was doing beforehand. That's it. Because this mofo lied to us. He lied to us. And Mike DeWine has no spine whatsoever. Now, Eric, you know damn well he's supposed to put a mask mandate for Ohio. But he won't do it because he's spineless. Now, things have changed a bit. Like, things aren't the same now as they were last year. You go back to like November of last year, October of last year, he put a mask mandate in. I think the infection rate was over 1,000. We're there. We're past there right now. Things are different because, is it Senate Bill 22? These goofy ass sucker MC Republicans in the state legislature, they passed something that gives them the ability to have oversight, which is what their job is. So basically, if the governor puts a mask mandate per the health department in Ohio, then the state legislator gave themselves the ability to supersede it. But, and I know that's the reality of it, but you're still supposed to do the right thing anyway. I'm so sick of this begging and pleading with Ohioans. I mean, he's the beggar in chief. That's all he does is beg Ohioans to do what they're supposed to do. Please put on a mask. I'm begging you. Could you please put on a mask? I'm begging you. It's like once a week, his press conferences is nothing more than him getting on his knees and begging Ohioans to put a mask on. Please take the vaccine. Please adhere to social distancing. And every step of the way, Ohioans say, F that. We're going to do what we want to do. What's the use of having a governor if he don't have no spine? What's the use? He's useless. Mike DeWine is absolutely useless, and he's another example of humans worse than COVID. I'd take COVID over Mike DeWine any day. Let me think about that one. I might be getting caught up with the flow here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Are we talking alpha or delta variant? Now, if it's the alpha variant, maybe I would. Delta variant, I ain't fucking with you. Kelly writes, good morning. Good to see you, Kelly. Tony writes, I start work at 3 a.m. I run this ish. Ronald writes, Georgia needs help. Dale writes, did they ever show the person who did the bomb threat yesterday? Not sure what bomb threat you're thinking about. Talking about. Kamika writes, just like the guy from the NC in front of the Library of Congress yesterday saying he had a bomb, said he was starting the revolution. It ain't over. Wait. Let me check out this. Let me see. North Carolina man surrenders after Capitol Hill bomb threat. That evacuation force. Oh, my God. You know this was a white dude. Because black folks, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll take that back because in today's world, you never know. Like there used to be a time when if you heard about a crime, you could pretty much guess whether it was a white dude or a black dude or whoever. These days, man, you don't really know these days. So I take that back. I'm not really sure. I can't really say that. You know what I'm saying? Let me back away from that a little bit with my arrogance. Those days are over. Long wolf war equals long duck dong. What? What the fuck? Glenn writes, that's Drops boy. I'm going to blow myself up for Trump. Is that what he said? Let me see what I can find here. Reuters is reporting police arrest man claiming to have bombed near U.S. Capitol. The man was identified as Floyd Ray Roseberry. That don't sound like a black dude. Floyd Ray Roseberry? Okay, he's been identified. He is a white dude. Floyd Ray Roseberry. Floyd Ray don't look like he's all together here with us. I put the image up there. Somebody said they wanted to know what he looked like. I found it real quick. Let me see if I can put it up for you. Floyd looks like he could spend some time talking to the doctors. Here's Floyd right here. This is Floyd Ray Roseberry. He gonna blow himself up for Trump, huh? Oh, what a worthy cause. What a worthy cause. That's a very worthy cause. It's 9:10 a.m. Let me give you a heads up real quick before we continue the conversation. The Is It Just Me podcast will pick back up next Friday. Donnie is, she's a working woman. She's a lawyer. And she got clients and shit like that. So she won't be able to do the show this week. I know that you'll miss her flows. I miss her flows. I love the show. I'm the biggest fan. Trust me. I love to hear other people's viewpoints, strong, educated opinions. So no Is It Just Me podcast. Next two podcasts from CDM will be Sunday morning podcast or Sunday podcast. You got Straight Talk Live with Edna Howe on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And then you got the lovely ladies of the Melanin Insights podcast, Britt and Cass, at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday. So check them out. And perhaps more to come. Nate, when are you going to start a walking club for the Choppers? I don't want to start a walking club. I don't want to do a walking club. I want to do a different kind of club. I don't want to do a walking club because Link is already doing a walking club. If we was going to do a walking club, I'd just join up with him. I'm sure he'll open the door for us. We can all just be one old, big old happy family. That'd be fun. So I don't want to recreate what's already out there. Unless it's like we do it at a different time or something like that, which I'm open to. I got something else in mind. Like, I want to do like a bar stars. You know what I'm saying? I want to hit that pull-up bar. That's what I want to hit. I want to do those calisthenics. I want to start a calisthenics club. That's what I want to do. We go out there once or twice a week. I know exactly where we can go over in Northside. You know what I'm saying? And we get it in. We get it in for about a year or two. Everybody looking like the 300 out here. That's what I'm looking like. That's what I want to look like. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all remember the movie The 300? Yeah. Everybody was on swole. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. Let me see if I can get an image for you real quick. You know, they'd be like, who the hell is those people? It's the Chop Shop. Everybody out here looking like with 9 packs. I think you want to have like an 8-pack or a 6-pack. Everybody out here looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Crazy calisthenics. That's what I'm moving into right now. So, you know, that's what I want to move into. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I think that'll be super fun. You know, it takes time. It wouldn't be like everybody's able to do it all at first, but after a while, we'll get there. We'll get there. Everybody be jealous of us. Like, damn, what are those people doing? We hitting them calisthenics. That's what we doing. That's what I want. I want that to be the Chop Shop with darker skin. But I want that to be the Chop Shop right there. See that? Everybody with 6 packs. That's what I'm talking about. Spears. Like the Dora Mijali. You know what I'm saying? What you think they doing? I want to do the Dora Mijali. What you think they doing? They ain't just walking. They doing calisthenics. They doing all that shit. That's what I want to do. Because that's what I'm doing. So, you know, I want to keep it in line with where I'm trying to get to. Kamar writes, has anyone noticed that neither of the mayoral candidates asked for the Democrat, Republican, or charter endorsement? No, I didn't notice that. Is that right? I don't know. I mean, I didn't notice that. And I'm not sure how we would notice that. Is that true? You know, if Kamara says this, I know she knows. So I'll take her word for this. Because she's well versed in local politics. Is that right? Now, what does that mean exactly? Because they're already so David Mann and Avtab are already Democrats. Do they have to ask for the endorsement? Or is it just like a given? It's interesting. I will say that we're not really plugged into the mayor's race. It doesn't seem like it's super sexy. I'd like to hear more from David Mann, because as I sit here right now, he couldn't get my vote. I wouldn't vote for David Mann to wear those David Mann white wigs in commercials. I wouldn't vote for David Mann to do a damn thing. David Mann couldn't eat ice cream on a hot sunny day at Eden Park for me. I wouldn't vote for him to do a damn thing after he walked out on the people. Okay, for David Mann to win me over, he would have to take a deep dive. I need to hear something from him. I'm not even sure it's possible. Okay, I'm talking about me personally, because I'll never forget him walking out. If I was Avtab, I'd make a political campaign of him walking out on the people. I'd be working on that shit right now to remind people of who David Mann is and what he's capable of. Like, are you willing to walk out on the people on a critical time like that? I wish I was down there, man. I know Brother Lawrence was down there. I saw him on a video. I wish I was down there that day just to get that firsthand. I tell you what was really going on in the room. But I mean, if you're an elected politician in a time like this, it's your job to sit your ass down, keep your mouth closed, and let the people say what they got to say. And if the shit gets in your face and gets confrontational, then oh well, sit there and deal with it. That's what I'm expecting. You don't get up and walk out. You listen to the people. Simple as that. Nobody was going to hurt David, man. It wasn't that kind of party. People was beating on their chest on some King Kong, I ain't been heard in a long time type shit. And that was it. You might get cussed out. You know, you might get called a colonizer. Okay, you might deal with all of that. You know, mofos might say you full of ish and all of this. So what? Sit there and take it. Listen. Respond where you think you need to respond, and that's it. But what you don't do is you don't get up and walk away from the people at a time like that. You don't do that. I ain't gonna never forget. They didn't have the nerve to try to meet some people at a park the next day. That's because your wife and them told you, like, oh, that's a bad look, honey. it was a real bad look that left an indelible impression on people like me. I just can't get it out of my head. Now, I don't know if it's fair or not, but that's just how I feel about it. That's just me. I'm telling you, if the AFTAB crew is listening, you better roll the tape. You get the videographers on it right now. Get them on it right now. And put that shit out and put a nail in the coffin. That's what I would do. But you tell me. That's interesting, Kamar. Now that you said it, I'm gonna dig a little deeper into what that means exactly. Like, do they have to look for the endorsement, or what exactly does that mean? Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Nice well wishes about the show. Appreciate it. Yeah, I want the show to be a resource. You know what I'm saying? I want to have, this is about fun. We have a lot of fun with the show, and haha, we joke, hopefully in an intellectual way. But it's also a platform so we can get information and elevate us and elevate businesses and all that kind of good shit. I'm here for all of that. Darlene writes, there is a meeting next Tuesday, 8/24 at UC. Not sure the location of the Ohio Redistricting Commission from 2:30 to 5:30. I'm going to try and get there. If you can, please attend. This is a commission to end gerrymandering in Ohio. If I find out the building location, I will post on Monday. Thank you so much, Darlene. I appreciate it. Clarence writes, America is getting browner and blacker, and now they talk about how they have to draw new lines. I found out how to approach the diversity that's popping up all over the country. America is getting browner. It's getting less white. And so what does that mean, family? That means that the anxiety and the Karens and the Darrens and the Collins, short for colonizers, is going to go up. That means that, these insurrectionists on January 6th are about to act up even more. Because when people feel afraid, what do? That's when they're their most dangerous. I'm at my most dangerous when I'm out with my family. Like when I'm by myself, I can pretty much handle it. But when I'm with my children and my family or the wifey, that's when I'm at my maximum dangerous. That's when you might get up really, really badly. Because I don't have time to play with you. Too much is at stake. My anxiety is too high. And the same thing with the Karens, the Darrens, and the Collins. Their anxiety is going to go up because they think that black people are sitting around trying to get a leg up so that we can do to white folks what white folks did to us. Now, that's what y'all ass deserve. Don't make no mistake about it. You deserve that shit. But black folks ain't on that. Black folks just want to get to the bag and look good on Instagram, get our bodies together, put our kids in college, date, mate, and relate. That's all black folks want to do. Be creative. That's all, the people in my circle, that's all I see. I don't see we trying to arm up and go after. I don't see none of that shit. What I see is people just trying to live their best lives. But let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Ivey. This is your West Side Connection, your number one fan, the most hated and sometimes congratulated Drop Squad 52, also known as a Black Not Democrat. How you doing, sir?
How you doing? I'm doing great.
Oh, I'm doing good, Mr. Ivey. I was sitting here listening to your show. Great show as usual. You are on one. You are always like this on Friday. I can hear it in your voice, your passion. You love it. You love being on camera. You, Mr. Ivey, you are being exposed for the true man that you are. You're a camera hog. You wanted to be on TV all along, didn't you, Mr. Ivey?
No,
yes, you did. Don't lie.
No, not at all.
Well, sir, I was holding on because I know your show usually ends around 6:30 out here in California. And I was waiting to hear from Glenn from Mason, from Donetta, I mean, Danita, Kev on the cell. I ain't heard nobody defending the great white hoax, Sleepy Joe Biden, and his constant lies about what's going down in Afghanistan and the complete disaster, leaving Americans behind Taliban roadblocks. where the British, they're sending in their paratroopers, their special forces to go get their people and bring them to the Kabul airport. But us, led by sleepy Joe Biden, it is a freaking mess. Where's Glenn? Glenn and your politically petty podcast. I've been waiting for an episode to tell us how things are going so great. And we just had to have Joe Biden in because of the scary orange man. It's going to kill the world. But look at this debacle that's going down in front of the world. America is a laughing stock, Mr. Ivey. It is disgraceful. And hopefully today, when he speaks at approximately 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, he will give his third press, or no, not even a press conference. He will make his third appearance. The first one, which was full of lies. The second one, he flipped the script. Everybody thought he was going to come out and talk about Afghanistan and evacuating Americans, but his sorry ass talked about everybody getting booster shots. And I don't even want to talk about how he done screwed up the COVID-19 response and just messing up the whole vaccine program. But I'm hot, Mr. Ivey, because it's Friday. I ain't got no job. That's right. I'm retired. And I'm fired up, Mr. Ivey. So I'm going to get off this line. And hopefully I triggered one of these faithful, blind, desperate-ass black Democrats who told everybody just 7 months ago, 8 months ago, Mr. Ivey, they told everybody, black folks, you got to vote for Joe Biden. You got to vote for Joe Biden. He's going to make everything better. The scary orange man is a disaster. But look at us now. We are a laughing stock. It's disgraceful. Drop Squad 52. Dropping science to anyone who wants to fact check it. I'm out. Be safe in them streets, choppers.
We'll go ahead and rack them. That man. I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm not even gonna touch it. It is what it is. It's a Friday. He got it in. This nonstop propaganda against Joe Biden and for Trump is never gonna end. Trump was a damn buffoon, but he has nothing to say about it. Well, let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about what's happening in Haiti. Prayers up for Haiti. Prayers up for Haiti. Of course, the death toll, if you don't know it, it's being reported that it's topping over 2,000 now. There's a lot of calls for aid to Haiti. And is the world continuing to turn its back on Haiti because the Haitians led a successful slave revolt? Is that what it's all about? Is the world still holding out against the Haitian people? I don't know. But Saturday's earthquake in Haiti has left the country on its knees. That's a quote from Prime Minister Ariel Henry. Have you been seeing the images of the Haitian people who are now living in the aftermath of an earthquake? I've never been in an earthquake. I don't know what that's like. Has anybody out there ever lived through an earthquake? I mean, it might feel like the world is coming to an end for the ground to shake. We're not used to that shit in Cincinnati. That's very uncommon for us. And the devastation has been throughout the country. It has been severe. The images coming in are very, very sad. People have lost their lives, entombed in rubble in an instant, left homeless on the streets, unable to find their loved ones, people still missing. Hospitals and clinics have been destroyed. Makeshift hospitals and clinics that have been propped up are completely overwhelmed by these scores of injured that need attention in Haiti. So just want to take a second to acknowledge what's going on there. I know there's a lot of, and hopefully nobody's doing anything fraudulent, but I've been seeing there's a lot of people raising money for the Haitian people here in Haiti. I've heard some of the conspiracy theories about man-made weapons that can create earthquakes, and then they're using Haiti as some kind of testing ground. I don't know if that shit is true or not. The earthquake has destroyed a large part of the south of the country, and now the people are living hand to hand. The magnitude of the earthquake on Saturday has been reported to be 7.2. This comes after just last month, the assassination of the former president. And think about this, you had coronavirus. So think about this, you already had extreme poverty, violence, coronavirus pandemic hits, the assassination of the president, and now a 7.2 earthquake hits the southern region. Does anybody have any family in Haiti? I hope they're doing well. You might be Haitian, and I'm not sure. Have you ever traveled to Haiti? Anybody in the audience here? I'd like to know. But again, prayers up for the Haitian people and prayers up for Haiti. Jerica writes, a bar club, maybe a running club. I want to do the calisthenics. That's what I want to do. Pola writes, good morning, Pola. Pola writes, WHO says that 1.8 billion people are infected with TB, an airborne transmissible respiratory disease. 10 million ill and 1.5 million died in 2019, yet we don't wear masks for TB. Well, maybe we should be wearing masks for TB. Push-ups, pull-ups, body squats. Push-ups, pull-ups, body squats, gravity, calisthenics. You can get your body on super, super tight, on super swole. Black Russia's announced. He writes, good morning. AFTAB and Man debate September 15th. Is that right? Looking forward to it. So a little bit more than a month away. That should be interesting. That should be very, very interesting. I mean, so you're going to have AFTAB and standing side by side, or at least on the same stage as David Mann. That should be very, very interesting. Again, David Mann has a long record. He's got roots that run deep in the area, and I'm sure he's going to have hella supporters. Kamar writes, all the Republicans on council support Mann, which is suspicious to me. Just being honest with you. Drop writes, today at 12:45 Eastern time, the president will lie again about his failure to evacuate Americans left behind outside the Kabul airport. Is that right? Graston writes, if I were Mann, I would remind the public how he fumbled his congressional campaign with commingling funds. Hashtag alt middle, hashtag David Mann, that's my man. David Mann, that's my man. Dear Lord. Dear Lord.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip.
The coon chip has been activated. That's all I can say. What the hell? David Mann, that's my man. What in the hell? Dr. Umar Johnson would be very disappointed.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip.
The coon chip has been activated in that brother's head. What in the hell? Dear Lord. Woody writes, 2043 is the year colonizers will be the minority. They scared to death. Their grandchildren will be mixed. How old would I be in 2043? That's 22 years from now. I can still be here, y'all. I can still be here. I'll be probably in my 70s at that point, to 23. I'll be in my 70s, late 60s, 70s. I can still be here. I can still be here, kicking up dust. Clarence writes, they can redistrict all they want. It's not going to be in their favor. It's about approach. How do you approach the people that you make policies against? Let me write, Soledad did report years ago the browning of America. She did. Scared the shit out of people. Kamara writes, yuck. What you say yuck to? Janice writes, oh, gee, I thought we made it without hearing from Drop. Danita writes, see, he just had to mention me. He did. He just had to mention you. Vicky writes, ask him, what did racist Trump do? Black and Gilligan on the line. Jared writes, Donald Trump released 6K Taliban prisoners during his term. I have heard one that was released is now the de facto leader. Is that right? Sean writes, Drip thinks he's Skeletor and Glenn is He-Man. Bunky writes, Biden will not be reelected. He may not be. Kamar writes, he likes to hear himself talk. He sounds like a damn fool. Oh boy, here we go. He is so crazy. I can't waste my lunchtime on that nonsense. Yes, Big Nate, the world's still mad at a group of black folks that defeated a superpower. Yes, I think they are. Anthony writes, we were laughingstock when Orange 45 became president. Every other world leader laughed at our president on a regular basis. Never seen that in my lifetime. Now, Woosie writes, Nate, you don't know, you say. Danita writes, there is no way to dispute irrational cause. What exactly did Drop think I will be able to say? Tabitha writes, where is Wyclef? I thought he would be out front helping. Damn, you going to put Wyclef out there? Wyclef is a proud Haitian man. I'm sure he's out there doing what he got to do. I don't know what that is. I just looked it up. Wyclef Jean performs marathon 3-hour set at the Hamptons fundraiser. So apparently he was in the Hamptons with the rich folks raising money. So that's what Wyclef is doing. He's out there for his people. You know he's a proud Haitian man. You already know that. Akeem writes, F Afghanistan, prayers for Haiti. Sean writes, harp. That's what it's called. Yeah, harp. Nathan's boot camp. Yeah, TB is an airborne virus and it's deadly. Drip loves caping for the oppressor. Somebody says the coon chip. Oh, man. That's all it takes to activate the coon chip. That's it. That's it. Listen, folks, that is my time. Have an excellent Friday. I'll be back with you on Monday morning. We'll chop it up on everything that's going on. If something's breaking, you already know we might just break in and do a special broadcast at any time. So don't be surprised to see it. Hope you enjoyed today's show, got something out of it. And I'll leave you with this, our motto. Let's say it together. Let's all hold hands. Winners focus on winning. And losers focus on winners. So stay focused and stay winning. And we'll talk real soon. I'm Nate Ivey, and I'm out.
Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
Back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the for my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get on my God, on my totem is nothing. In the discussion, for them feelings I throw all my pain on percussion. It's disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the